So,
Gotcha.
and then I'll
Cool,
just
cool. Just wanted to make sure.
yeah. Okay, I'll do that,
Okay,
and then
it's
there we are. There we are.
We're back.
Um,
hi.
I think you'd have to give permission for anybody else to record it, though.
It's all right. The internet is going to be a little rough today, we imagine, because the world. And so just bear with us. Anytime we pop off, we'll attempt to come right back up. We're recording it separately, so we'll put it all up later as one whole chunk. That way, if everything else, if Twitch fails, we're not at a loss. All right. So, Exax was out of his helmet and working in a forge, and you see he's got molds ready for what look to be hand shapes and a chess piece. And so,
I would like
do you need
to.
any prep?
No, I got my hammer. I got my helmet. I got everything that I need. I just want to inspect, basically the equipment to ensure that I'll be able to make what they need properly.
Right.
Essentially, do I have everything that I need?
You have.
Correctly.
Yes, he's not setting you up to fail. It looks like you've got a good, like you would prefer a more solid forge. This is clearly an old forge that's been hastily converted. This one hadn't been like fired in perhaps decades.
Okay.
But was recent, like in the last couple of days. You see a lot of boxes with equipment.
Okay, they've been preparing.
Yeah.
Getting it to work.
Well, I'm sorry for the delay, but I didn't expect this problem to occur. But these things they happen.
That's okay, not a problem. Let's get this stuff made and get those guys through that weird hole.
All right.
And I'm gonna start
This is
hammering
what you
away.
get when dealing with the land of the dead.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear. What did you just say?
All right, so
what?
and he starts pouring the material. The material looks like a ruddy, kind of reddish metal. It's got some kind of. Every time you hit it, you feel things shake a little, like reality hammer a little.
Have I ever worked with this metal before?
No.
So it's rare and interesting.
But it's working a lot like a softer material at this stage. He says, I have a method for firming it up once you've gotten it in shape.
Okay, not a problem. I love learning new things. Let's do this. So you want me to make a blacksmithing roll?
Yes, I do.
That is a 48 out of 73.
48 out of 73. Perfect. You get it looking exactly right. The claws are definitely pretty big, or the gauntlets, because they're made clearly for Helix.
Okay.
Yeah. The chest piece comes together quite nicely. You do get a helmet that is mostly, with the wolfine face of Helix.
Yeah, his snout.
With the snout, it's kind of like a plate snout. It's not too fancy. They don't have time for like detailing or that kind of work.
Mm-hmm.
But as you finish up, he says, "Okay, now I don't want you to feel insulted that I brought you in when another blacksmith was here, but your rates are far more reasonable than his. But this is going to be something I don't believe you're capable of."
Okay. Can I see it?
Yeah. You're more than welcome to watch.
Good.
Says,
I want to learn.
Dimitri, come in here. Come in here, Dimitri. In comes what looks to be an old man with a bald head, a long, scraggly beard. He looks like he might be a 6-foot-tall dwarf in how he's built. He is wearing. It's a little cold outside, but he is wearing cargo shorts and a sleeveless shirt. And on his back is a golden hammer as big as yours. He is also carrying a pair of golden tongs and his smaller golden hammers.
Do I know this? Like, have I heard of this?
You do not. Before? You have not seen him, though your mother also has a pair of golden hammers, much like these.
Huh.
He is covered. His every inch below his neck and some of his face is covered in tattoos in a language you don't know.
So not dwarven. Okay.
Not dwarven, no. He says, "Da, yes, I Magus. Your pay has come through. Ah, you've repaired it, yes. Good." He picks it up. He puts on giant gloves, giant like metal like glass blower gloves.
Mm.
Picks it up and starts rubbing his hand over it. And as his glove warms up, he puts next to him a barrel. Around the edges of the barrel, you see runes. Some
Mm.
are these are standard magic runes, nothing too abstract, but you've never seen them in this order before. He's putting his hand on it and like squeezing it thin, and then shoves the gauntlet into the water. There's a hissing sound as he does it again, and the heat from the metal goes into the glove. And it takes about another half hour of this, just him inch by inch doing a layer, like a holistic coating.
Wow.
You can feel there's magic here, and he is repeatedly saying the name. He's kind of muttering a prayer as he does this. I think it's Ronka. I forget the name of the forge goddess that he worships, but he's saying the name of his forge goddess.
Forge goddess. This is Dimitri.
This is Dimitri. Kirby? Not that one. I don't know. It's in one of these books. Oh, Ruga. Wait, is it Ruga? I don't have my Russia books open, but it is repeatedly the name, I believe, Ruga.
Yes. Forge guy. Golden hammers. Fortune's Ruga. I love him.
He regards you and nods at your hammer and your marking. Says your work is admirable.
Wow, thank you. I appreciate it. From obviously a master craftsman such as yourself.
I
Thank
have
you.
had a long time to get to this point. You do not seem as old.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm working on it though. I'm a full-fledged blacksmith, but I'm always learning more. I learned under the Vulcan hammer forge.
Uh, Vulcan is a Greek god.
Uh,
Roman, I do not know difference between Greek and Roman. Is not a
no,
thing I ever really paid attention to.
no. Uh, Vulcan was my mother's original name.
Oh, Balkan?
Yeah, Vulcan. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. See, I am
Vulcan.
familiar with Balkans. Yes, not
Oh,
Balkan.
I don't know what that is. No,
It's an area from where I am from. Do not worry about it.
oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think she's a goddess. That would be pretty cool though. But she's really good at forging too.
Uh,
She actually has a hammer kind of like that.
oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
No, it does not say Revolka. It says Svarog the Divine.
Is that's the
That's this man's god, Svarga, Svar, Svarog the Divine. Svarog. Yes, I. He's interesting. She has golden hammer as well.
Yeah, is that like an artifact?
It is your mother.
Yes.
Some questions are family questions.
That's fair
It
enough.
would not be common to see such a thing, but people like me, we do not work very often, very publicly.
Oh. I guess you already got enough money or something, right?
Money come go. It does not matter. It's what you build and what it is used for.
Hmm.
Just
I never really thought
because,
of what my stuff's used for.
yes, I see your pans. They are quite good. I love making a good pan, something I know will bring food and comfort and
Right?
warmth. I
Everybody's
love a
always like,
good
make
kettle.
me a sword, but like the pan, like you need a good pan.
When you make a sword has one use,
Hmm.
and as soon as it is off the forge, it is no longer yours to control.
That's a good point.
The things you make may outlast you, with luck.
Yeah, that's the hope, right?
You can only hope that they will be used by people for good. And he kind of looks over at Exaxa. But there are other needs in this world.
Hmm. Yeah. I hope my stuff's used for good, but you know, good people need swords just like bad people need swords. I just hope that I get the good ones.
To have such carefree life.
Hmm.
Well, may the blessing of Svarog be on you.
Thanks, you too.
He turns and walks with his thick boots and his cargo shorts and his giant hammer.
That guy was awesome.
Because yes, it's a. You never met him. Don't ever tell anyone that he exists out here.
I did. I just
That's
met
part
him.
of the deal.
I just met him. His name is Dimitri, and he worships Zarvon.
Yeah, yeah,
Zarvon.
but don't tell anyone that because
Oh.
the thing he does with metal is, very useful in that he can make an aluminum can able to be shot out of a railgun if he needs it.
Wow.
And people sometimes come looking for people with that sort of skill set for bad purposes.
But this is a good purpose.
This is a far better purpose than most.
Okay, that's good then.
Okay.
It sounds like he wouldn't make something for a bad person.
Helix
I guess you could always make him do it.
Helix comes in and puts on the gauntlets and the chest plate and the.
Oh, Helix, we didn't even put leather in there. Are you just gonna put your hands in there?
Well, it puts the plate mail on first, and also has a thin layer of fur,
Oh, that's true. I guess. Yeah, that makes sense.
or not a thin layer, a thick layer of fur. And goes, I'm good. Flexes a little bit. All right.
Did you want any help? Like, this seems kind of dangerous.
How much PPE do you have?
Well, let me look at my PP. I don't know what the in-game version of this. Around 30.
Well, it's actually a number that people sometimes measure. So
Oh.
yeah, you'd know.
It's like 30. I'm not super magical.
All right. Here's the thing. May I have it?
Yeah, sure.
Good. You feel a little more tired, but not like exhausted. You just felt like you lost a minute of sleep, but not like as your PPE drops to 1.
You got it.
He goes, thanks. That will help a little.
Oh man, you're like a werewolf and a vampire. That's awesome.
I'm not a vampire. I'm not a werewolf.
You're not?
No.
Oh man, I feel like an asshole. I
Yeah,
thought
well,
you were.
No, I'm a wolfen. A little different.
Oh yeah, werewolves are mean, right?
This is just me all the time. Yeah, werewolves are assholes.
That's you all the time?
Yeah, this is who I am. This is how I was born.
That is awesome.
Thanks.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. So, clank,
Good luck.
clank. All right. Master. Exactly goes. Puts on the helmet and goes, yes. Now it's time to begin. And floats out of the forge. You
Bye.
come to a big stone. You may join us.
Oh, okay.
You come to a big flattened section that looks like it's been recently cleared, and you can see in there is a little ball of night. It's weird because, like, from other angles, you're like, well, that is that an optical illusion? There shouldn't be a little bit of night just in the middle of the field.
Is it like almost like I'm looking through a filter, where like like a nighttime filter is sitting right there, so everything behind it looks like it's nighttime?
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Okay.
And he goes, he walks up to it. He puts one hand in the edge of it, and you see just blue sparks. And he puts his other hand on the edge of it, and then you see a line start being torn in the middle of it. Of blue energy just comes pouring out both sides.
Oh, is that good? Is this good, Exasis, or is this bad?
Please stand back and watch.
You got
Observe.
Okay. I flip my helmet on.
You don't see the mystic ramifications of this, but you do see the physical efforts it's taking, and at some points you do see what looks to be stretching in between the fingers of the gauntlet, where reality hangs back a little more before being torn away. And on the other side, you see a bunch of people wearing straight up like a D&D party. There's an elf, there's a dwarf, there is a looks to be a smaller wolfen, and that's all that's left. As they are firing arrows.
Oh, my brain. I thought you meant there were people sitting at a table playing D&D, and I was
No.
like, are we gonna? Is that where they got the name of the god from? I love it. Like, okay, so they're fighting. They're like, okay.
They are fighting. You see, they're in some kind of mountains. It looks cold. They're all dressed for cold, and you see they're in some kind of narrow pass, which looks kind of fortified. But as you get a good look through, you just see coming up the pass what looked to be just a entire platoon of bodies marching.
Dead bodies.
Dead bodies.
Are they as fast as the group?
They are marching. The group in front of it looks back and sees. The first one dives. A female elf dives through the hole. Her blonde hair flying behind her as her green cap goes flying. She is wearing a cape of feathers that ripple briefly as she jumps through a hole of roughly this size and lands on her feet and starts firing back through the hole again. Her arrows, each time they hit, you see one of the zombies' head come off.
Oh my god, fucking awesome.
The dwarf, you see the dwarf put his axe down into the ground, and a tear of fire goes straight out from the axe into the zombies. And he goes, "Go! Go, you damn coyote!" And the small-looking one leaps through. Now that the hole is roughly the size of a tall mirror, the coyote comes through. It's a little stronger, and it is carrying like a bunch of knives, and gets through. And you can see on one of its eyes is just like a really bad scar, and the eye is kind of whited over. And then the dwarf goes, and punches his fists together, unleashes some kind of spell that causes the area in front of him to start like collapsing.
Damn, these people are fucking serious.
And he starts running through. He turns around, starts running for the portal on his little dwarf.
I want to help. I want to help him.
How are you going to help him?
Okay, so he just fucking and a bunch of zombies dropped, right?
A bunch of the mountain pass dropped into the zombies.
Okay.
But that hasn't stopped their slow advance.
I want to run just because this is what he would do.
Yeah.
Is he's running and kid's like, oh, I gotta go help. So I'm gonna run in. I don't have the oomph to turn on my hammer or do anything like that, and I don't want to get that close. So I want to run in, climb like through the portal, and be like, ah, and throw pots and pans at the zombies, waiting at the portal and be like, come on, just to boom, boom, like just hitting them. Any of the ones that are getting too close to him, I'm just like, fucker, and like throw a big solid cast iron pot at
Roll
its
a
head.
d20.
Okay, cool. I'm not fucking kidding you. I just got a natural 20.
Okay.
I'm not even fucking kidding.
Then as you throw a pan,
Yeah, baby.
you hear a screeching sound as a flying literal demon looks like it had gotten around the zombies and was coming to intercept this dwarf. Your 12-inch cast iron connects clear. It's a 12-inch black cast iron, which is this demon's weakness.
Yes, I was gonna say, is it like ghosts where it hurts them?
It smacks it clear in the face and it howls. And
all of my things have my symbol printed on them, the lotus fire, so it's probably burned into his fucking face. Yeah!
Lotus fire scarred
Nemesis!
It makes eye contact with you. Make a save versus horror factor.
Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. Probably not gonna be great. Is that a d20 or is that the
It's
D100?
a d20 plus your save versus horror factor.
Save versus horror factor, I get a +2. 3.
You drop the pan in your hand and it clanks to the ground on the other side of the portal.
I don't know if a natural 1 makes it worse or not, but that's what I got.
You lose all your actions, you lose a pan. And then the dwarf just tackles you back through the portal. And he says, close it!
Did you see that thing?
And then
its eyes were horrible!
And then you see Exaxa go like this and start concentrating. You can feel the energy emanating from him as Helix stops pulling apart and starts like forcing it back together. The rift isn't closing easily, and as the rift closes, the demon stands up to its 12-foot height, looks through the portal, and points at Kid.
I want to look at the dwarf and go, he's pointing at you.
The dwarf flips off behind. The dwarf facing you still goes, can you see this?
Can you see that?
And then the rift closes.
I think he saw it.
All right.
In Dwarven, I want to say, well done, brother.
He responds in Dwarven. Good to see someone who finally speaks a real language around here.
That's right. So who are you guys? What was that?
That's the land of the dead, Kid.
There are demons there?
It's pretty much all that's left.
Is that the same as the Nightlands?
What's a Nightlands? Is that
I don't know. I forgot. I'm not allowed to say that. I forgot I'm not supposed to say that.
That's enough small talk before you...
Thank you, Exactus.
Before you cause any issues.
There's only so far I can get.
Gray? And the dwarf goes, all right. We found a piece of claw. Oh, that should be enough. Mansell? And the coyote, which is a smaller version of a wolf, and comes up, pulls out of his cloak, which looks like it had nothing in it, a box a little too large for being pulled out of a cloak, places it down. On the box is script that is draconic, but you can read it.
Do I know that it's draconic?
It says, within this box lies knowledge, dangerous knowledge. Caution is advised. You've come this far. Be smart.
I should not open that box.
Exaxa grabs it and opens it. Yes.
Back up a little bit.
Look, inside the box is a claw that looks like a tip of a dragon's claw that looks like it could be a kukri. It is
Nice.
wicked sharp. It is thicker though. It is a weird bluish purple. And inside the box says the last known piece of Anaya,
Ooh.
Dragon of Unity. Anayah.
A-A-N-A.
Or Anayah.
Unity. Anaya. Dragon of Unity. Is that the name?
A forgotten dragon god. Now,
How'd they forget?
thank you. Thank you, Cold Riders. Your allies shall be remembered, and your payment will be substantial. They nod and then they sit around at the table, at a nearby park table, looking just like absolute haggard. The coyote seems to be crying slightly and is being comforted by the elf. Now, this dragon was forgotten because dragons are greedy. Dragon gods doubly so.
Hmm.
At one point, the Church of Dragonrite
I met those guys.
worshipped all dragons equally. Some wished exclusive worship, others took only the worship they needed. And in the end, many of the dragon gods were forgotten. Because the actions of the other dragon gods. Be cautious in who you let know, in who you reawaken.
Reawaken. So Anaya's asleep?
Anaya is a forgotten god.
Does that mean I can't talk to them?
No, you can.
Okay, that's great. Where do I find them?
You must venture into the garden of the gods.
Okay, that sounds difficult.
The garden of the gods is a unique place on another world. Access to it I will give you,
Oh, that's awesome. Oh my god, I thought that was going to be a whole thing.
but I would not travel carelessly.
Okay.
I have never been to the garden of the gods. Those who know it best by transversing the more well-known areas.
So I might need a guide?
You may need someone who has been there before. You may find one there. There are guides. There are also stories of those who wander in, looking for nothing, and leave, finding a purpose. And those who enter with a purpose, and are never seen again. It is a
Damn
place
it,
with many
purpose.
facets.
It's going to be tough.
But should you find you may, with luck, find Anaya's statue and petition it. A god such as this, who has had no petitioners in such a millennia, may be more receptive. Or Other gods may be jealously watching. Be careful.
Okay.
But we shall need some time to recover.
Yeah.
In a week, at Duoma, I will be able to send you and whoever you need to the world known as Palladium, near the Garden of the Gods.
And from Palladium, we can get into the Garden of the Gods.
Palladium is the name of the world as much as this one is Earth.
Ah, okay. Well, probably, can I take my group?
I would recommend companions you trust.
Okay. Okay. How dangerous is this place? Like, are there things that'll try to eat us? I mean, I know you just told me the whole thing.
Every experience in the garden is unique to those who have it.
Okay. I don't want to put them in too much danger. All right.
Your choices are your own. And the consequences as well.
Okay. And you think Anaya will be able to find the sword?
The dragons know of their blood.
Okay.
Take this, and hands you the claw.
Wow. Hmm. Does it feel like bone?
It feels like a rhino horn. It is made of keratin, kind of, but denser. It's light, but like you don't feel like it would break no matter what you did to it.
Doesn't seem forgeable.
No.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa. I guess I'll just put this in my pocket.
I am keeping the box for reasons. And claps the box shut and puts it in a cloak where it disappears.
What are you gonna put in it? Like
Would
herbs?
you like to be transported back
Um.
to where was it, Helix? Marktown. To Mercenary Town?
I do love the way you say it. Yeah, but in a minute, just give me a minute. I want to go over to that group, uh, the Cold Riders.
Yes.
I want to walk up. How's it looking? Is that guy still like weeping?
The elf has calmed the Kyle down a bit.
Oh man, I don't have much. I wanna walk up to them. Excuse me. You guys are the Cold Riders?
Yeah.
Well, I think the whole reason or one of the reasons he sent you on that mission was because of me. I didn't know it was going to be so dangerous. I didn't even know what was to happen. I would have tried to help you if I could. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you lost friends.
You don't go into the land of the dead for one thing. I appreciate the sentiment, the dwarf says to you, but really, you were the side job.
Oh, okay. Well,
You were the emergency exit we needed. Zephalion needed to be there. And Said.
Were those your friends?
Zephalion was not a friend, but another dwarf.
Oh.
He laid his head to rest in battle, which is, I think, what he really wanted the whole time. Phoebe, the elf looks over and goes, says, I'm only going to say this once. She narrows her eyes at him and he says, thank you. She laughs. and looks away from him.
Well,
You got things get complicated as you get older, human. But you're gonna live, hopefully. Make your time count. Don't end up in the land of the dead. Metaphorically or literally.
I'm not planning it. That place looked like it sucked.
Oh, God does it, but there's so much good stuff to take.
Oh, okay. It's like a treasure trove, huh?
Well, it's like a treasure trap.
Well, listen. I know. If I was the side quest, that's fine. But I still want to thank you guys somehow for what you did. And do you need a pan?
Always take good cookware.
Okay. Okay. Um,
Cephalion was the chef, but so lost all our cookware with him.
he was the chef.
Yeah.
I want to go back over to that forge,
Uh-huh.
and I would like to take one of my pans that I've already made, nice solid pan, and I would like to I guess he has a pack with like a bunch of cookware and shit. I
Yeah.
kind of love it. Just like clanging and stuff as he walks. I would like to put and engrave the Zalian was his name.
Cephalion, yeah.
Cephalian. I want to engrave his name and then the names of the rest of their party around the rim, and Cephalian's name is like the on the pan itself, like the bottom of it. And basically, like it's like this is a little, like a keepsake kind of with all their little names on it.
Yeah. So it is Gray.
Yeah, spell
Gray.
it.
So the names are Gray the Holy Dwarf.
Oh, okay.
Clearly some kind of god worshipping dwarf. Zephalian Bronzebeard.
Okay.
Phoebe Leaf Shadow.
Very elven name. I love it. Okay.
Syed, just Syed. The Syed the Sorceress.
Okay.
And the name of the Kyle is Zimmer.
I get all their names into it, and then I give them that as my thank you. I don't have money. I've already given all my money away.
I'm not selling this. Don't worry about it.
Cool.
Well, when I get back to my kingdom, I'll put this where everyone in the throne room can see it.
Wow, you're from a real dwarven kingdom?
Well, it's not much, but hopefully when I get back, I can turn it around.
Why, are you like the king?
Well, there's gonna be a couple of words had about that.
Okay, that sounds like a whole thing, huh?
Oh, it'll be a thing.
Okay. Well, good luck. And thank you guys. And if you're ever in the area of Lockhenge, swing by and get a free meal, place to stay.
Hinge.
Yeah,
And that's
Lockhenge.
in this world,
Yeah, it's on this world.
I just might do that.
It's a tiny place, but
They
my
got more
market
like,
in the old ways.
yeah. You know what? I got a couple of days I might spend here. We'll see.
Yeah. If you go, just tell them Krogahel sent you.
That's a good name.
Mm-hmm. My mother runs the Vulcan Forge.
Grogahel Balkan.
Well, Krogahel Kid. She married. But
You know,
kept it.
Balkan means like bucket, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
I think that's why she changed her last name.
Yeah. That's why. Well. I'm currently blanking on the names of any dwarven kingdoms. Says, well, if you are ever in the area of a place called Orc Smash Keep,
That sounds fucking awesome.
if the guards are wearing red, stop on by.
I love it. Okay. I might just do that. Thank you. Well, see you later, guys, and yeah, good luck.
Fair trials.
And I want to walk back to Exaxis. Okay, I'm ready to go. Oops, sorry.
Very well. You should use the smaller rift. Well, we should use the smaller ley line to open a portal for you.
Okay, I'm gonna try not to think about stuff.
Why?
Helix said that I can't think about stuff, or it'll like teleport me to like the moon or something. I wasn't really listening to what he said.
Here is your gateway. Travel
Okay.
well.
Think about nothing. Think about nothing. Think about nothing.
Don't think about absolute nothing.
Think about a
Anything.
wall.
Just think about.
wall.
Okay, so
Dragons. Dragons.
good luck with that. Clear your mind.
Jeez. Like a...
As you come through going cheese, and there's a techno wizard girl with her hair keeps changing like colors in magic. It goes blue, red, green, blue, red, green, orange, yellow. It's a little much to look at. She's wearing a sequined, like disco sequined, suit jacket.
Wow, this person is a lot already. There's just a lot going on. Hi. I had to not think of anything because never mind.
Why?
Because I was going through a portal and the wolf told me that I can't think of anything or I'll be scrambled or something. Hi, my name's Krogahel. It's nice to meet you.
Hi. Okay.
Okay, bye. Am I just in Merktown?
And you're just in the just outside of Merktown, right across the bridge.
Wow, what a cool looking place.
It is much later in the day. It is basically the next day. It is like late night now.
I'm gonna make my way in looking for my team.
Yeah. So you can hit up a communicator and you can find the communication signal will go through. Greeks,
Are they in the middle of that job? Like
no, the job has been over for a bit.
Okay.
The people from Baddock's Brad Boys offered to buy you the first round. Except the one super creepy guy who everyone was like, yeah, just let him go. He's not one for public. And yeah, so the rest of you are out at a bar. The bar is loud as hell. It's kind of a greenskin gang bar. And every now and then there's this loud ass sound of a quack and thunder.
And hold on, because I'm sure it was probably like Freya's just like, oh god, okay, wait for it, there it goes.
Yes.
I love that duck. I don't know where it came from, but I love that duck.
Who take turns putting their they'll take a bet to put their hand on the duck. And if you don't get hit by lightning, you win.
I love it.
There are stories of people who have won. It doesn't matter if you're immune to lightning. Everyone rolls their eyes at you if you're immune to lightning, but they still know you got hit. But the duck is really just like sitting on a stool in the corner of the bar, with parts of the wall around it charred and blackened from.
It just destroys it.
It's got a little saucer of water next to it.
Oh, that warms my heart.
Just looking out over the bar. That's where the rest of the group is, doing whatever the rest of the group wants to have been doing.
Do I walk in, or are they doing their own?
Let's see.
You guys are in the scene if you like. Or
Yeah, probably. Like if we're just out and relaxing, I probably would have, if I could hang with Janet, and I probably would have invited Danica over. Danica's my best friend, so
Yeah.
definitely gonna got to meet Danica. If Janet's not busy, she's always, welcome as well. And
Janet, well, Janet knows you have money now, and will probably buy the second and third rounds. So Janet's down to hang tonight. Danica, what does Danica look like?
So Danica is, she's like 5'9". She's got like very thick black hair. It's not quite curly, but it's that nice, beautiful, like wavy, and it's like low past her shoulders. She's got let's see, a little sort of like color of her skin is like if she was from Jamaica.
Got you.
Okay. She's got like the brightest green eyes, and she's not like super thin, but she's got like curves and all that type of stuff. And yeah, so she's got that bright smile going, and yeah.
She's happy to be out. She's happy to see you again. Thrilled you're there. Doesn't like she and Janet have met before in relation to you? And it's like when your friend invites you to a party and then you see their ex is also there, and you're like, oh, that person you were briefly dating was here? And like, I don't know how it ended, but like, oh. Okay.
Danica would probably give Freya that look of like, really, you're going down that road again, and Freya's gonna give the look of like, but it's been a while.
It's a short road.
Yeah, it's a short. It's just like the exchange of looks between best friends, and it's like Freya's like, I know, but like I know. So
it's been stressful. Anyway.
Yeah.
Danica also brought her brother, who is similarly dark skinned, and he is he works in Merktown as a mechanic. And has is entirely unaugmented, but has a number of tattoos that kind of stand out with light implant. Like the people who do the kind of like, you can kind of implant an LED under there without a little bit to make his tattoos seem like a garden growing up his arm in fluorescent waves occasionally when the light hits them right. But it is all just minor, basically advanced tattooing as opposed to bionic or cybernetic augmentation. And he's there. He's seems to have like the kind of guy who's a life of the party kind of guy, and is currently trying to dare Greeks to touch the duck. Like, come on, friend. Listen. Worst that happens, you get hit by lightning. Best thing that happens, you're a legend, and you're a couple cred richer.
Just a couple?
Well, if
how much action is going around?
It gets up to 100 occasionally, but it never gets too high because occasionally people succeed. It's not like, no one's ever touched the dog. And if basically you hear like the one time someone touched it last week, that person drank for free for like the rest of the week.
Those weeks it takes a takes a swig of moonshine and goes ahead.
Right.
The duck.
10 creds to try to touch the duck. You throw 10 cred in the pot. Roll a percentile chance. If you think you have anything that would help you, you may try it.
Oh.
Touch the duck. Touch the duck.
Yeah, as like a bunch of orcs start chanting, "Touch the duck, touch the duck."
Touch the duck.
I mean, not really.
Okay, roll
Okay.
percentile.
64.
You get zapped as hell.
Alright.
You take penalties to other stats. If for some reason you lose this bar in a fight start, I'll let you know what they are. But basically, you get zapped as hell. It hurts. It doesn't kill you. The duck's not like trying to murder you. But you kind of get the impression if this duck hated you, it could have. Because the duck didn't hit you with some SDC lightning. It looks like it could have chosen to do worse. But it's just a duck. It's a duck that likes to sit on its ass and not be touched.
Okay.
And as you get hit, everyone erupts, like all the people around the bar erupt into laughter and cheers on you, and you get a couple of pats on the back, and someone buys you another drink, which is basically, if you want it thickened with motor oil, they will do that here. They don't know why you want that, but they'll do it.
Nice.
You're dealing. The bartender here is a kobold, I believe, or they're a goblin. They're a goblin tonight.
Thank you.
And they all look at you like you look not entirely unlike a goblin, but you're not a goblin. So occasionally one of them will speak to you in gobbly, and then if you don't respond, they'll switch over to common.
Yeah, I have literacy in Goblin, but not,
Oh, okay. So
not
yeah,
language. I can only write it. Read and write it.
sorry, I set up your character sheet, so that might be my fault. But that's even funnier if you can only read and write it and can't speak it, because your people have their own language. It wasn't, you're not goblins. But you have read enough Goblin to know certain things. So, yeah. You get a drink. People are having a good time. There's a pool table. There's dancing. There's drinking. At some point, Janet gets up to head to the restroom, and the rest of the groups settle at the table. How is Peppermint dealing with this rowdy bar?
I think Peppermint is just staying out of the way.
Peppermint's the person that sits at the table, and everyone now knows that that's the group table, and
yeah,
that kind of
and
stuff. Yeah.
she probably has an ale,
Yeah.
that
You
she's
grew-
been sipping on for some time now, but
Yeah,
that's
you grew up in a tavern, you're paying your rent. Or near a tavern.
yeah, and she probably watches the duck with interest, but doesn't really do anything.
The duck does not regard you in any way. It looks healthy enough. It is some kind of weird beast, but it is not from Earth. It doesn't seem like overly intelligent, though.
Okay.
It just knows it has it good.
Yeah.
You know.
Huh. It could do with more ducks to pal around with, but that's about it. People get it drinks occasionally. It will shock their hand and then take their drink. So the group is all around the table with only the group. The rest of the people are, all the NPCs are in the background of the shot doing things.
And I'm sure Freya told everyone how met Danica and all that type of stuff. And
Well,
yeah.
how did you meet Danica?
Well, so Danica had other, had friend, and then who was a friend of other friends, and then they ended up going outside of Merktown for, it was supposed to be like a party, like somebody do and everything, and Danica got like dragged into it, and some not some vampires attacked, and well, they ran, and Danica and a couple of other friends stumbled, and then they were and like the others were like being awful, and we're like we're just running, and Rohan ended up, hearing the screams and stuff, and well, took care of the vampires and helped Danica, and Danica's the first person that Freya actually told about being both. And Danica is the one that helped her get established in Merktown with all
With
like the
contacts
paperwork.
and jobs, yeah.
Yeah. And such. Yeah.
Yeah. Danica works for the local security force on a desk, I believe.
Yep.
And therefore has access to a lot of paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone needs anything, you can ask, and if you seem like a trustworthy person, and you might since you're with Freya, Danica's not really one for pulling strings for bad people. But I don't think anyone needs anything specific from Merktown, unless you're looking for something. All right.
Yeah. We got our boom.
Yeah. So, kid, you come in. You hear the burst of thunder and the peal of laughter, as Greeks is shocked by the duck,
Ah!
and then you all form up back at the table.
What's up, guys?
We got the
Hey.
cred to get the boom. So we're good.
We got the money to get the explosives? Or do we have the explosives? All right, cool. Awesome. Is that duck exploding?
Oh. Why don't you go say hi to it, kid?
Yeah, go.
Oh, okay, cool.
It
Your
is a
friend?
one in a lifetime experience, kid.
What's its name?
Oh, what is its name?
Thunder duck?
It's
I
just
think people just call it the Thunder Duck.
yeah, it's the Thunder Duck.
Thunder duck, that's awesome. Hey, buddy. Hey, Thunder duck. Oh, I'm gonna give
Roll
him
me a
little-
percentile.
Okay. 26.
So close.
Not a D20, right? The 100.
Percentile, yeah.
Yeah.
So close that it gets up to you. It starts to like put its beak at you, and you feel a little bit of static,
Oh, that's kind of cool. I see. I get
and
it.
then bam!
into a wall again. This is the second
Yeah.
time he's side of a wall. Oh.
And there's a big cheer, and then someone buys you a drink.
Oh, thanks. That duck is really cool.
I know, right?
Wow, so you guys have been, oh man, you guys have been having so much fun. This is awesome. What did you do? Did
We
you have like
stood in a
blowing?
field. We stood in a field, and then
Really, that's easy.
well, then there was a crash, and then people on flying motorcycles, and then Greeks. I didn't know you had that many missiles. That was cool.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you got to fire missiles? Oh man, Merktown seems
We
really
did.
cool.
And we collected goo. Peppermint
Okay.
saved a life. Again.
This is awesome. Wow.
What did you do?
Well, I built armor and gloves so that Helix. You guys remember Helix? Helix ripped open a rift with his bare hands, or with the gauntlets. So that was pretty cool. And then a whole bunch of warriors came through, and I threw a pot at a demon's face and burned its face. And Then everybody was sad for a while, so I made him a pan. Oh, and I found this, and I want to pull out the dragon's claws.
It's
Isn't
not
that
like
cool?
foam. It's just like a nail clipping of a dragon.
No.
It is about this big,
Oh, okay, so
but it is sharp
The
at the end.
hangnail.
isn't that cool?
Now you've been around, Freya. You've been around Merktown enough to know that flashing that kind of magic items
Put it back.
in a bar like this.
Put it back.
I stabbed the table with it once just to see if it like
Put
goes.
The table cracks.
Oh! I put it away. Oh shit! Oof! 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 I try to like push it back together.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember how I told you we don't want to draw too much attention to ourselves?
I mean, it's just like a nail.
Of a dragon?
Oh, actually, of a dragon god or a god.
Okay, yes. Yeah, yeah. You don't
Do you want
go
to know its
flash.
name?
No. No.
Okay. Because
Not
I
here.
went through all that just to learn its name.
Not here.
Okay.
When we're back when we're alone. Not
Okay.
here. Not here. I can
That
only
reminds
get us through too much. Yeah.
That reminds me, though, I have to ask you guys: would you guys be willing to go to a garden with me? I have to go to a garden to figure this stuff out. It's like it's a special one. And he pulls out his little notepad. Oh, it's the Garden of the Gods.
Ah, okay, yeah, there it is. I thought there was going
Yeah,
to be
I
a
gotta
catch
go-
to
I
this.
gotta go talk- Yeah, I gotta go talk to a long defunct god that everybody forgot. So easy peasy. We're just going and asking a question.
Is
It's
this
not-
this related to what we're doing now?
Yeah. If I'm able to talk to this dragon god, the dragon god should be able to find exactly where Zarian is, because Zarian's never without his sword for long, and the dragon can track the sword. So if we can find the sword, we can find Zarian. If we can find Zarian, we can stop him from doing what he's doing, and I can find Wenren, and maybe I can help them.
Okay.
Since it's all tied into the night, the bad
Things.
night stuff. Yeah,
The bad things.
the bad guys. We're being so much more suspicious.
Here's
Well,
the thing: you're
unfortunately-
in the equivalent of like a rough biker bar.
Yeah.
Everyone here is suspicious in one way or another.
That's true. But yeah, so I think it would be good to do. But I get the feeling that God Garden isn't going anywhere anytime soon, so we could definitely do this first. Hit the place with the
Things.
The
explosives.
stuff first.
The stuff.
Yeah. Yes. And then blow up the building.
You don't need to wink when you state what we're actually going to be doing.
Oh, good. Well, we are still going to blow up that factory, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't buy. Yeah, and we got an assistant. I wonder what that's going to be like.
We have an assistant?
It's supposed to show up tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. Yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's Naruni, but we got the good stuff.
No, you got
Talk-
Naruni explosives. You didn't
Yes.
get a Naruni assistant. That is.
No.
What is like a robot?
I don't know. We'll meet him tomorrow
Uh,
morning.
Why do
Demolition.
we need an assistant?
Do you know how to properly handle explosives?
No, I figured Greeks would do it. But then again, I
No.
just sort of figured Greeks will do everything. So maybe that maybe that's expecting a little bit much here, putting too much on your shoulders. Oh, and if it's a robot, then it's no problem if it. Right? Is that true?
All right.
Do robots have feelings? Because now I'm doubting myself by the way that you're looking at me.
Well, it depends on the nature of the robot.
Okay. Then
We'll
that
find
changes.
out in the morning. We'll find out in the morning.
Okay, cool. Well, that's great. I'm starving. I'm gonna get as much meat as possible, and I'm gonna go and order food.
All right. They have rough food here. You get the chicken fingers.
Nice.
Chicken fingers.
What
The chicken fingers are like
Literally chicken fingers.
Oh,
this big. It's like an entire breaded chicken breast with dipping sauces.
it's from like the mutant chicken.
Yeah. They grow them big out there. All
This
right,
is perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Ugh.
I'm good then.
So
Do we
throw my pencil
want to
across
call
the
it a
room.
night, or are there any more shenanigans that you guys we want to do while we're here?
Yes, you. Sorry, you are in Merktown. There's a number of things available to you. If you want to find something in Merktown, it's probably here.
I can't think of anything. I
but-
want that golden hammer. That's what I want. I can't get that. I don't know. Is there anything that you guys think that we should get? Like a big gun or a loud gun?
You want to rent a glitter boy? Like,
I don't use guns. Should I have a gun?
No.
I kind of don't want one. I don't really know how to
Just
use it.
stick with your hammer.
Do you need
Okay.
any raw materials for your hammer?
What, like to feed it? No. What do
Okay.
you mean?
I don't know what you make with your hammer. Like, do you need stuff to make stuff to use
I
it?
make tons of stuff. Yeah, I make pots and pans, and I make like the hinges that go on for doors, and I make horseshoes, and I make nails, swords and axes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Do you guys want something? I can make
Yeah.
you pretty much anything you want.
Not right now.
Okay.
So,
Peppermint, do you want a metal helmet?
No, I'm good. Thank you, though.
so when I
Okay.
think peppermint, I think metal helmet.
What about,
yeah.
what about Peppermint? Do you have what? Do you want like a sword and a shield or anything?
No, I'm good. I have.
Like I'm thinking a shield would kind of make sense, wouldn't it? To like, you know, protect you while you do stuff.
I suppose, but most of the things I need two hands for, so.
We can look at armor if you want to look at armor.
Oh, I'm good on
we
armor as
should.
well.
You find somewhere to repair my armor.
Yeah. There is a number of places.
I think I can repair armor.
You can, but Greeks knows. Oh my God. Riley, who does business in Merktown occasionally. So let's see, the scrapyard. Riley has a friend at Bravo Box Used Tanks.
Fairy be like, I know where that is.
You know, with speaking of, because I know we talked about my armor being magical. Do I need to go somewhere special to repair that?
If you go into the magic district, the access to the ley line for pulling PPE is limited, but just being in the area will allow your magical armor to recover.
Okay.
What about mine?
Your magical armor also recovers at a much slower rate, though.
Okay, so I won't be able to fix it 100% today.
How much is it down?
My max is 150, and I'm at 98.
All right, you can get about 30 back today.
Okay. 98 plus 30.
You want to rebuild Hummer?
What?
Yeah,
What?
at Brafo's, what is it? Brafo box
tanks.
used tanks. You can get literally hundreds of AFVs in varying states of repair lined up in a row. None of the vehicles are in like new condition.
Yeah, since we're here, we probably came in the tin can. Like, do we want to keep the tin can? I know I borrowed a bike for the job. Do we want to look into a different vehicle? Or are we good?
Greeks, you have been told by Riley not to buy any vehicles at Brafo box,
Oh,
but Otto's Automotive will give you better prices. Brafo box will completely sell you a great looking vehicle that will fall apart the second it gets out of the range of the yard.
They're
Like,
also
very-
cool
yeah,
spiders.
we should go somewhere else. This place is full of lemons.
Yeah, I thought so. But yeah, I'm just thinking out loud. Do we want something?
I mean, my truck's pretty great.
I mean, I like my horse. I'm good with my horse.
What if we give your horse?
A truck.
Oh, I love that. Would you want horse armor? Would you want armor for your horse in case it gets like,
Are
attacked by night monsters?
I mean, that actually might be a good idea.
There's old drawings from Renaissance times. When was that? Like a billion years ago in this context, of a horse with armor, but then it had giant saw blades on either side of it, and it would run into battle and kill everybody around it. That seems pretty cool.
I think just armor would be fine. I don't think I need giant saw blades.
Giant saw blades on a vehicle just seems kind of stupid, I think, actually, doesn't it? Like, it seems nonsense.
It might be a little excessive.
It is excessive. Anybody who's doing that is trying too hard. That's just crazy.
Because at that point, it's not about the damage.
No, it's about the fun.
It's about the saw.
It's about the saw. Cool. I could make your horse some armor.
Okay.
I'm gonna make horse armor for Peppermint's horse.
All right, that will take some time, but you don't have. You can choose to stay up through the night and get that done, or you could. I mean, it will make you tired. You won't recover nearly as much PPE.
Are we like doing this shit tomorrow? Should I get a good night's rest, or are we just kind of fucking around tomorrow on our way back?
It's not for me to say.
Because if we're about to do some heavy shit, right?
Well, it'll take us another day or so to get back.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll do it now. Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
so-
We'll have to make that pit stop and
So you spend another day in Merktown.
I definitely want to put the horse's name engraved in the metal.
Have you named the horse Peppermint?
I believe its name is Buckthorn.
Yes, I remember that. Yes.
Yeah.
I did not.
Buckthorn right on the side.
yeah.
And then my sigil right on the forehead. Metal plate on its forehead. Little lotus fire plate symbol.
So can Freya sell the tin can because it really wasn't all that great, and somehow get a better bike somehow?
All right, so the tin can was worth. You bought it for 5.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably sell it for 3, maybe.
Didn't you have a bike you stole as well?
Well, that got damaged. That when we fought the pirates. That
went over
that's
a
right.
cliff.
That's
that's why I
right.
had to have the tin can.
Yeah. You could sell it for about 3, though. Greeks upgraded it a little bit. Actually, you could probably sell it for about 5 with Greeks' kicking the tires and fixing it up some.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna find a bike at a better price. A bike you want to be on at a better price.
Mm-hmm.
There's Northern Gun is the best maker of bikes, but their stuff is not cheap. If you're looking for a used bike, you could go to Chipwell. Let me open that book and get a. Let me give you a rough estimate of what you can get a bike for. Northern Gun 1 has the bikes. I should just look at the index rather than just scroll past it and then go back to the index later, like I sometimes do. Hovercrafts. Hover trains, nope. Nope. Multi-bots, no. You're not looking for robots. Maybe that's in Northern Gun 2. Let me check. Because there's a number, like, your basic bike is going to be equivalent of a Northern Gun, except Chipwell, you'll get less power out of it. You'll get... Yeah, it was in Northern Gun 2. 50s. Oh. Like... You know what? Let me just look at the GM's guide real quick. I think I actually have this tagged. Right there. Yeah. So you're looking at like 100,000 credits for a combustion engine. I don't think you've got nearly that much money. You could, for about 75,000, get a hover cycle that works, flies decently fast, but does not have any weapons on it.
Well, looks like I'm sticking with the tin can, and hopefully Greeks can make some more upgrades.
Yeah.
Can we get stuff here at Merktown to help make upgrades to the tin can?
Absolutely. What do you want to do to it?
Make it a better ride. Definitely more dependable.
So if you put another 5,000 credits into it, you can get it to... what do you have current stats for it?
No, I
Okay.
do not have.
Gotcha.
Oh.
So I basically have been basing it off of that thing. A billion different tables, because who doesn't love different tables? The tin can is roughly the equivalent of a beat to hell, not aircraft carrier, patrol car. Oh, no. Not even that. Yeah. So it can go about 100 miles an hour. It has a battery system that is solar powered. So it needs to rest sometimes. It can drive for about 8 hours straight before the battery dies. And needs to be charged in like 4 hours of sunlight. There is a combustion engine on it as well, which is not super efficient. It has approximately 125 MDC and room for 4. It has no weapons.
Oh man.
Weapons are expensive.
And no like communication or anything like that.
It does not have a radar. It doesn't have... It's got like a ham radio equivalent. So you got a CB radio in there effectively, but it doesn't have like a radar screen. It doesn't have any of the advanced systems. That Greeks could probably install for about 5,000. Is an entire radar setup.
Okay. Anything to improve the engine that Greeks could do?
Greeks, what can you do for free? Because I know you can do some stuff just tinkering around.
Yeah. I can boost the speed, fuel efficiency, range, and MDC of vehicles by 10%.
All right. So you spend time to do that, but basically just with your expertise and spare parts that we're not going to cost any more than, you can find in scrap. You can do that pretty much for free. Adding a radar setup's going to cost, I said 5,000.
1,000.
Weapons are, and a built-in weapon system will drain the battery.
Yeah, that's
So this isn't the kind of car that's ready to have a turret hacked onto it.
yeah.
Cars like
Freya,
that tend to have a nuclear power system, which cost about $1 million.
yeah, Freya would want it to be solid armor, good handling, good engine. So in case we need to get a good getaway, and also like with the radar and stuff, so be able to communicate and tell what's going on outside. That would be the most important.
Gotcha. So are you spending that or
Yes.
for the radar? All right. So you get 10% easy bonus on everything. The 5,000 will get you the radar, the full radar suite upgrade. That's standard on most vehicles and power armors. And increases the range and everything by 10%. Decreases the charge time by 10%. I'm going to say 25%, just 3-hour charge time to full charge. And will now give a +5 bonus to hovercraft skill. As Greeks fully sets the parts of it that had just been smacked to hell, driven like a used car, into alignment. Kid builds barding for the horse. So your horse effectively now has about 100 MDC. Well, maybe 50, no, 50 MDC is far more reasonable for barding.
Nobody's
I'm
gonna
sure-
blow up that horse.
I'm sure in some book there is MDC barding, but I do not know where it is. That's not true. It's in New West. That's. You mean this book with the cowboys? Yes. But anyway, yes. Yeah. So, you get all rigged up and ready to go. You get everything set up. It takes another day. However you want to spend your social time, you can feel free to tell us if you want to.
Oh, Greeks should spend the downtime, the other downtime, making that thing that we talked about.
Yes, Greeks spends a lot of time tinkering, building some kind of weird device, but no one quite knows what it is. All right.
I build that horse armor and then I go to sleep.
All right. So yeah, if you leave about like late afternoon today, you'll get to where you need to be sometime early tomorrow.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm not finding horse armor, but whatever. It is unimportant. I gave you a number.
MDC sounds fair.
Yeah.
Could take a few hits, but not too many.
Yeah, like if a demon really wants to take it, it's gonna take it. So, you wrap up in Merktown. As you are ready to leave Merktown, up comes up to the group, up to quite specifically Rohan, a robotic dog. It walks up next to him, sits down on its haunches. It is a completely robotic dog that's shaped like a Rottweiler, and goes, looks up at you with no movement in its jaw. You hear, "Hello, I am Boomer, your demolitions expert."
Oh my god, I love it.
Hi, Boomer. I'm Freya.
Freya. Hello.
All right.
Can I pet you, Boomer?
That, if it would make you feel better, I guess, but it is unnecessary as I do not have sensors for such things.
It will make me feel better. Knock on the head.
Many people say that. This is a robot dog. It has a advanced intelligence, but not a neural intelligence. Like, it doesn't have personality. It has the personality programmed into it. It says, I am proficient in all explosive materials, demolitions, excavations, other construction projects. Occasionally useful in, what is the correct word for it? Not skullduggery, not sapping. Military explosives uses.
Oh,
Ah, well, thank
So you-
you, Burmer.
I have been told to say the joke that I am your guide to the bombs.
Yes, you are. And out of how long did we have Boomer?
Like a week
Okay.
until the job is done, basically. At the completion of the job, you do not need to return me to Merktown. I will simply depart.
you can find your way back?
Yes.
Oh, you're such a good boy. You go, baby.
It doesn't even look like no response.
Okay.
Its tail sits there, unwagging.
Well, I guess hop in the car,
Thank you.
which I'm sure the car is loaded with the explosives.
The explosives are actually, you requested, Naruni, explosive gel composites. These
Yeah.
gel composites are secured within my containers. When needed, I will disperse them and place them as requested.
And you
Until then,
realize,
it may be safest to keep them on me.
all right. And 2 buildings. You were instructed that we're doing this for 2 buildings, correct, Boomer?
I will handle 2 buildings.
This dog's great.
Excellent. Thank you, Boomer. Boomer, did you like to ride in the front seat or the back seat?
Anywhere that would occupy approximately 3 square feet is perfectly acceptable.
Back seat it is.
Boomer, do you want a treat? Do you want a treat? Huh? You want a cookie?
Kid,
I do not understand.
Okay.
it's a robot. It's a robot.
He needs like little metal shavings or something. I got a bunch of those in my pocket.
No, not that type of.
Okay.
Its ears don't move.
There's something wrong with this dog.
And with that, we're going to take our break. All right, everybody. We're going to take a 10 minutes. And we get up, stretch, walk around, get something to drink. Do what you need, and hopefully we'll see you back here soon.
Enjoy the art. Hello, everyone. We are back.
All right, welcome back to Riff's Ballad of Fates. So our group has Kid met up with the group who had the group had obtained explosives. Kid had found the true name of not true name, the name of a forgotten dragon god.
It has a different.
Well, true names have their own resonant power, kind of thing.
Oh, like okay.
Yes. And met a group who had been in the land of the dead, and was told if he was ever by Orc Smash Keep. So the group also met Boomer, the robot dog bomb expert. Or Boomer, the robot dog, bomb expert.
Yeah.
Not an expert in robot bomb dogs. That actually, that's in Splicers. So, And you built some armor for the horse. You fixed up the tin can a bit, and repaired your stuff. If you're taking an extra day, any of your magic stuff's gonna be repaired. Greeks you can have fully repaired your pod. And yeah.
Can I fully repair my armor?
Yeah. Your Thunderduck hangovers wear off.
How fast is all my PPE back?
It comes about 5 an hour of more if you're sleeping, so you're good.
Yeah.
Did Greeks remember to get some more moonshine?
Oh yeah.
Was it 10 credits a handle?
How much was the barrel?
A barrel, I think, was maybe 100. Yeah, a barrel is going to be like a Wild Wild West barrel, like you would see in a stunt show that gets shot up and then water comes out of it, kind of barrel. That's my point of reference for how big a barrel is. It's not like a wine distillery barrel, but it is still a really big barrel.
Well, I have the car. Guess there's room in the trunk. I don't know how big your ship is, Greeks.
It's got enough storage for basically that and some stuff.
Yeah. Would the barrel fit in my ship?
We'll say it will just barely fit in the storage of your ship, but makes your ship a little heavy.
I got my truck, right?
Yeah, you could also throw it in the back of the truck.
My truck could probably fit it.
Okay. Yeah, because we I don't know if you know, we took care of the corpses, the deer corpses.
Yeah, they processed the deer corpses.
We have our pair of antlers.
And no one wanted to promise their hands when they died. Anyway.
Where's is that little thing still hanging out with us?
In the back of the truck, you do see kind of like a purplish long, like you see the tarp move a little bit, and out comes a little purple beak, kind of sniffs a little, and then tuck itself back in.
Can I like look around, and then slide it some of my breakfast?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Like that's my secret little pet friend.
It's basically living underneath the box. Like you got the toolbox, and then there's like a couple of inches of space. It seems to be existing quite happily in that little area.
What color is it?
Kind of purplish, reddish purple.
Can I name him? I'm gonna name him Jelly. Here you go, Jelly.
God, no.
I mean, you have, so yeah.
That's it. His name is Jelly now. I'm gonna write that down. Jelly, little snake thing.
Remember, it has arms.
A lizard. The
And a
weird,
beak.
very long lizard.
Named it Jelly. Okay.
Give him his own notes section.
Oh, it's
I'm
officially
ready.
on character sheets now. All right.
Oh.
You take some time to travel back. The travel is slow because of the amount of space you're covering, and the magic zone is weird. You don't come across any major weirdness. At no point do bubbles start existing where there used to be air.
Oh
Things like
my god.
Trees don't turn into balloons for a half mile, that kind of thing.
I don't like it.
But it is slow going. You do see that there seems to be there's a number of militia patrols or flying patrols out that seem to be winged beasts, large winged creatures as you head further into Kentucky area. You think something, Freya, give me an intelligence.
What is that, a D20 or?
An intelligence, the skill. like military intelligence.
Oh, maybe.
Sorry.
Okay. It's... 65 over 50. So.
All right. This seems to be a little abnormal.
Odd.
Like you're used to the occasional demon flying over, but this seems to be small squads of demons flying in certain areas. As you keep moving, you do hear what appear to be coalition sky cycles come screeching overhead. They are very loud. They are very easy to duck down and kind of like stay away from. If you shut off all your electronics, you become much harder to detect. It doesn't look like they're looking for you, but you do see a patrol of them flying through this way.
No, we're in the magic zone.
You're in the magic zone. They will
I'm
occasionally
surprised they're here.
send troops into the magic zone to kill whatever they can find.
Like that's it. Like just go in and just kill the first thing you see.
If you see movement, drop bombs at it. Yes.
Jeez. God.
Of course, they send out those patrols, and maybe half of those patrols come back.
Yeah, definitely.
It's generally someone needs to be gotten rid of. Here's your assignment.
Mm.
So, you make your way across Kentucky into West Virginia's area. You can get pretty close to the main town. Oh, nope. Of Charleston.
Do we pick up Yolanda?
Yes, as you're leaving town, you can pick up Yolanda. She's a couple of miles outside of town.
I'd be like, she's
Hey.
essential to this.
Yeah.
Hey, Yolanda.
Are we ever going to contact Lance?
Who's Lance? Yolanda says.
I also forget who Lance is.
Lance, we're supposed to contact Lance about. It was about the job. It was a job from
Yeah,
the
that's the person in Charleston who reported the suspicious activity.
replacements.
Yeah.
I
Just
feel
sort of
like this has gone beyond
on
Lance
that.
at this point. I think it was about Lance in the beginning, and then we fell through a skeleton pool, and now it's a whole nother thing.
We're beyond Lance.
I'll tell you what, though. Let's keep him in mind, because if we blow this place up and then save the day, and then we go into the Charleston, we're like, get out of here, doppelgangers, and they all leave, and then we can be like, you're welcome, Lance. He might be dead now, though. If he was onto them, he might now have been, a bug man or whatever those horrible paper mache people were.
Yeah,
Rancor.
let's hope. Let's hope after we take care of our things, we can maybe hope he's alive.
Y'all haven't even been to Charleston yet?
Yeah. Nope.
Nope.
We
We found a
sort of-
factory. The factory's doing bad stuff. We're just gonna blow it up.
All right, are you avoiding Charleston again?
What do you? Yeah. What do you guys think about that? Because I think the original idea was that we should avoid it, right? And because then they might like get onto us.
Yeah,
Like,
we
I
were
wish I could
concerned.
really- Yeah.
We were concerned that perhaps they were making that a hub or something,
hmm
possibly.
Like we might lose the element of surprise if we go into Charleston. They'll be like, "Those are the bad guys." And it'll probably be harder to blow up that factory.
Yeah. So factories first, Charleston later.
Okay.
Blow up the factory. Ride into Charleston saying, "We blew up the factory. You're free now."
Let's not roll in and announce anything like
Okay. Yolanda can do it.
Nope.
Yolanda, I
choice.
did accidentally tell some people about the Nightlands, but it wasn't a lot of people.
that. Did they even believe you?
They looked confused, but I'd only told them for like a second, and they were in a place called the Deadlands, or the Dead World.
I mean, Deadlands was a game.
I don't know if I said the right thing. They're being chased by zombies.
Yeah, that happened in Deadlands.
Oh, okay. I'm confused.
As usual. All right, let's blow some
But yeah,
things up.
don't do that.
I won't do it again, probably.
I don't believe you. Okay.
All right, moving on. Good talk.
All right.
So yeah, so what's the plan?
You had obtained geosurveying,
Yes.
geographical
Yep.
survey, a functional geographic survey of underneath the factory.
Mm-hmm. We were trying to figure out. Yeah.
You pinpointed some places where explosives underneath could do a large amount of the work of destroying the building, if not all of it. And that was it.
Okay.
To find
Yeah.
some sort of
So we got
underground
dig.
entrance, or dig.
Mhm.
Well, how close was that? How close was that cave
The caves were
to
really close.
the factory?
You could probably find a way from the caves to underneath the factory if you spent time doing it.
Yolanda, what do you think about that? Because the caves are where they all come through.
Well,
and that
we're
could
not
be,
going down to where they come through. We're just branching off in the old mine.
I guess, and they would have no reason to be in the mine, right? They want to get out and go do stuff.
Unless they're actually watching the entrance and exit you made.
Didn't we collapse the that?
No. We
Nope.
haven't
No,
been back
because
there.
we went through instead.
We went through, and we didn't come back that way.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So I mean, they might be patrolling it, but they were standing by the vehicles,
Okay.
and you took those two out pretty simple.
Yeah.
If it's the paper mache guys, I'm not as worried. If it's the hounds, that's probably going to be more of a problem because there could be like 10 of them and they're really hard to drop. But I guess we'll see.
I haven't had time to do recon over here.
I could probably have, if we're going through a mine, I could probably lead us the right way. I have some stuff that might be able to help me.
Well, you did get the
Mining,
geological survey.
mining.
You
Yeah,
have
we have
mining,
the
so
map.
yeah, that will help.
So
Yeah.
I can probably lead us the right. Me and Boomer can probably lead the way, getting to where we need to go, and then I guess we just dig from there. If we're lucky, maybe the mine runs underneath. I don't think it does, though. Right?
From the geological survey, you found like a way to get underneath the building
Okay.
because you did very well on your geological survey.
Awesome. Well then, yeah. So, how do you think we should play this, Freya?
Quiet. We don't. All of a sudden, there's a building. We do stuff. We go. We hide, and all of a sudden, there is no more building. And they're like, "What the fuck happened?"
That's a
Well,
good idea.
the thing is, you wanted to do both buildings at once, right?
Yeah.
You needed me to get across the mirror with explosives, which I can
We
do.
wanted to do this at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That's helpful, but
Because
there'll be a
they-
little.
They match each other.
But
The
an
worlds
extent.
are like the same.
Freya's going to look at Yolanda. Would that hurt them more if it's at the same time, or?
I mean, if they think the place is falling, they'll try to back it up. And if they firm it up over here without if they expect it to start degrading and they start taking plans to move production elsewhere, like you're giving them time.
If we hit them
Um,
both at the same time, they can't be ready for us.
I can get word over there
Mm-hmm.
to see what's happening, but
Yeah, we need to know if they found a way under that building. Yeah, I think we should figure out what's going on over there before we progress on our end.
How are we gonna choreograph it? Like, if we,
Yeah.
how do we go 3, 2, 1, go? Are you able to do that, Yolanda? Like, do you have like a cell phone that calls the nightmare land? Do you want a cell phone? I have one.
I have like 5.
That seems excessive.
It's not. I should get more. I go through them.
Bandolier. I can make you a bandolier.
That's terribly
Pretty
tacky.
awesome, actually.
I am not.
You can get them in a fanny pack.
I'm not a retiree. Okay, so
Kid.
let's. So I have a way of contacting people on the other side of the mirror.
Awesome. Oh, do you have a mirror with you? You could like talk into it.
I always have a mirror with me.
That's a good idea. Can you put your hands through it?
I mean, the risk of something going wrong is I lose a hand, so I can.
I guess don't do that.
Yeah. Hey, kid, how about
Or
we
I
let...
could just use magic.
How about we
Oh.
let her do what she knows what to do? Because she's been doing this a lot longer than we have.
Combined.
Okay. You're that old?
What are you calling old?
Well, you look really good for your age. I didn't know you were that old.
Kid, just shut the
No.
fuck up.
I'm gonna go feed Jelly.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to take the robot through.
Do you know how to handle explosives?
I mean, if I watch it do it, I could probably imitate. But if you're putting explosives under the building, that's one thing. Because
Are any of us?
the one thought was we go in, we find a bathroom, we hop through the mirror, we drop explosives, we get back on the other side, and I let them know we just hurt the place. So we don't have to blow up both buildings. If we just injure the other one enough, I can get word to them that,
They can
there's a
finish
problem.
Okay.
But this one we should drop. We should really drop this one because we don't have as many night monsters to help us fight. Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
this one we definitely need to take care of.
So then we'll keep the dog. That's it. That's as far as my planning goes. We'll keep the dog go under the building.
All right, so sneak into the building, plant some explosives at the base.
Mm-hmm.
Cross over, plant those explosives in similar spots because it should be similar.
Yep.
And then kaboom.
Come back.
No, we're trying to be quiet, right? So, are all of us going under the building, or are some of us staying back on watch, or what are we doing?
Frey is the quietest. I think, right?
Yeah, I can be. I can be sneaky. Yes, that's what I was trained to do.
I think if we need explosives... Wait, so Yolanda, you said that it's probably better we get some explosives inside the building, right? Because that's where you're going to put them in the other place.
Yeah.
And then maybe some explosives on the bottom of the building.
I don't know about getting to the other place beneath. That seems like a whole...
Well, for this place, right? Because if you don't utterly destroy the place in the Darklands, you can hammer it, right? You and your friends.
Yeah, I
guys-
can let them know.
Yeah. Now here we don't have an army of ass kickers. We have just us. So we should still plant some at the bottom to drop the whole place to break all the mirrors, right? Because they're making too many. So what I'm thinking is that's 2 teams for this building. One team for the bottom and one team for inside.
Do we need to actually plant any in the inside?
It,
Well, I thought that's what you and
Can't
Lana
hurt.
was saying. Yeah.
if I
Yeah.
need to... you want me to get across? I'm not. I'm gonna take a pass on Skull Lake,
Yeah.
but
Don't
there's
really need to
probably
put any. Okay.
I mean, there's definitely mirrors inside the building.
Yes.
They're making them.
Yeah, but they're not. They're only on one side then, probably.
Well,
But bathrooms, places like that have industrial bathrooms, which give me enough room to operate.
well, I'll go wherever you want me to go, Freya. I can go down to the mine, probably figure out a way to get to the bottom of the factory. Or I can wait out here to cover anybody and help with my hammer. Greeks might be better at the explosives, but I just feel like Greeks can do everything.
Well, what do you want to do, Green Man? Green one? What do you want to do, Green?
Well, on this side, we just need to plant the explosive and beneath the building, but then we still need to get into the building to cross over.
Yeah, and so like
yeah.
I don't know, maybe a distraction if once sneaking doesn't work because it's not gonna look at us.
I can be a distraction.
Well, you're underneath. You're navigating the mine. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Focus.
Trying.
But like, Greeks, they've got that ship which can like cover fire. You can do stuff with your brain with the trucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's distracting as hell. Peppermints, I don't know what to tell you.
Peppermint, you can stick with me in case anything goes wrong. I'll need you to bring me back to life. You can do that, right?
I
I
mean,
believe you.
with a lot of juice and a big
Well,
body of
okay.
water, technically, yes, I could bring you back.
Okay, kid, if you get injured that much and she's right there, she would probably get injured that much as well. Peppermint, what do you want to do? Do you want to be guard on the outside for us? Do you want to, what do you want to do?
I'm not very good at sneaking or really being in the fray. I guess I have some combat skills, but not a lot. I think I'd be better watching and being a guard.
A responder. Yeah.
Yeah.
What they used to call that? Free agent? No, play the field. That's a couple of different things.
And you can use snowdrop?
Yes. Snowdrop.
Snowdrop's sneaky as hell.
Yeah, Snowdrop is. I'm not.
That could be eyes on the inside, right?
Yes.
Snowdrop's like our own little spy camera.
Who's Snowdrop again?
Little bat.
friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, the bat.
Yes. Okay. We're planting explosive under the building. We're going to try to get into the building. Perhaps plant some there, but then give Yolanda the rest of the explosives so she can go over.
Yeah, Yolanda's gonna go in the building, right, Yolanda?
Yeah, I can get in.
So Yolanda's gonna have a bunch of explosives.
I'll take the dog with me in, or do you need the dog down below?
Dog goes with me down below because that's where we need the bombs to do the most damage. Is at the bottom
Okay.
to drop the building. Okay.
And so she talks about how to. She sits down with the dog. Dog says, "User Yolanda. Here's how to assemble the device," and
Oh.
it is like a It looks like a one of those like heat warmer packs, or like one of those bags you stick in the freezer.
Oh yes.
It looks like that, except there's a little slot in it and a key card. You put the key card in. The key card will show a time. When the time reaches 0, it will explode. If you wrap the material around a support pillar and tuck in the ends, the blast will be shaped into the pillar.
Ooh.
It will focus the damage, exponentially increasing the destruction. However, if you attempt to remove the card, unknown effects may occur. Safety is not guaranteed. So, do not insert the card until you are sure.
I want to stand close by to the robot to understand it.
Yeah. The robot's electronic brain is just processing the data files for this, giving basically the user manual.
Does
For
this
these.
robot have any other skills?
The robot has a lot of prowl. It has target identifying skills. It has some basic combat capabilities. It also has a small grenade launcher that is only to be used for self-defense and not in the operation of the mission. And how close are you looking at this thing? Is Greeks touching it?
No.
Okay.
I'm within 5 feet.
You're within 5 feet. Do you want to do a diagnostic on it?
Yeah.
It does have a powerful self-destruct device for absolute emergencies. It has some kind of its memory is deceptively bigger than you'd think. Like, it tells you it's got like a 4 gig memory, when really it's a 4 terabyte memory.
That's a big difference.
Yeah. And the memory that's in there is more advanced than your standard, like, it's a little more well built than your standard like robots crappy memory. This thing is made for speed, evasion, and explosions, pretty much. This is three pillars of itself is teach people how to explode things, get the hell away, and get back home.
Is it a Naruni robot?
It is not a Naruni robot.
Okay.
It appears to is a Titan Robotics Botweiler model, which is not something you've heard of before, but that's what it says on the casing.
Before we go in, I'm going to leave. So I'm going to go and then do my Rohan thing.
Mhm.
Rohan's going to be going to help Peppermint keep guard, going to be invisible because Rohan can
Shroud.
yeah, shroud and do shroud to be like dark and stuff, do shroud and yeah, because otherwise he is, he's a bronze glowing being.
Rohan's a big distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great if you need a distraction to fly in and make some distraction.
Yeah. Rohan's going to be the backup distraction. Because if he's the main distraction, then if something happens to the group, he won't be able to get there. So he wants to be backup distraction and guard. So
Do we have a main distraction yet?
that was going to be you.
Oh.
With the trucks and stuff. You know how you did that car? You remember how you told me how you two got into the party under the mountain where you made a car go fly? Remember that story you two just love to tell?
Yeah,
You
it was
know? Yeah. Yeah.
Great, a really good idea.
Yeah. So
So
Okay.
that's your plan. Okay.
So is it night? Is it nighttime right now?
Would you like to do this at night?
yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm actually going to call up the Blades in the Dark engagement roll because I feel like that is quite applicable. Where's my scum and villainy? There it is.
Oh boy.
All right.
Ooh.
So, Scum and Villainy is a game where you play villains who doing heists and other things in space. It's really fun. I like it a lot. But it has a thing called an engagement roll, which tells you how things start off, allowing you to jump over. I just needed to know your plan. All right. So there's a couple of questions. Is this operation particularly bold or daring? I'd say yes. You get one to start, so you got two now. Is this overly complex or contingent on many factors?
Yeah, you have to go through a portal to another world.
So yes. Does the plan expose a vulnerability of the target? Yes. Is the target strongest against its approach, or do they have particular defenses? No. Can friends or contacts provide aid or insight? You got the dog and Yolanda. Are any enemies or rivals interfering with the operation? Not that you're aware of. Are there any other elements to consider? Okay, so you got 3 dice. Would someone like to roll 3d6?
I can do it. I got 3d6 right here.
Go for it.
Got a 6, a 5, and a 2.
That's really good. You take the highest one of them, and it's a 6, which is the best. So, things are going well. You start off. Kid, you are in the mines with the Botweiler, or did the Botweiler go with Yolanda? You with the Botweiler.
Rottweiler.
With Boomer.
And me.
We'll just call him Boomer, because he's a
Boomer.
Botweiler mobile explosive rover.
Yeah. And then I was going with Kid and Yolanda's. Yeah, Kid.
Freya went with Kid. Yolanda's
Mhm.
going on her own.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, if Yolanda needs me, if Yolanda wants me to go with her, I will go with her. It's
She's
up
used to
Yolanda.
operating on her own. It's completely your call.
I feel like she'd probably be better.
I'm going to make it. I'm going to look at Yolanda. Go. You are the one who's been at this longer than any of us. So, what do you need from us? We don't want to get in your way. We want to help.
This isn't generally what I do, but I'm not too worried about you being able to get back out. I think you'll be able to get back out. The others, I don't know. But we'll see. I'll just go on my own if you don't need me. Otherwise,
Okay, if you're comfortable going on your own and stuff, then
Yeah.
All right.
all right. So, Greeks, you are able to, with a 6, everyone's in a good position. So the team down the bottom is able to get into the mines into a decent position when things start. Greeks, you are at the able to get close enough to the trucks without being seen. Yolanda helps you get up there. To like, if you want to just hijack one of the trucks, there are 4 big haulers. One of them is unloaded. One of them looks like it's half loaded. The third one is shut, but you assume fully loaded. So you have three semis that you can do stuff with. And she says, I'm gonna wait till you do that and then make my way in. As you look around, you do see there are people around, but it's hard to see much about them because they're not like hanging out. You do see armed guards around, people in like basic MDC armor with weapons, rifles. There's no one near the mine. Getting into the mine was easy. And those on watch basically being Peppermint and is Roland there?
Rohan would be there.
Rohan, sorry. Rohan is there, yes. Okay, so Rohan's there, and things are clear from where Peppermint and Rohan are. It doesn't look like there's any extra alarm as Yolanda and Greeks get closer. It doesn't look like there's any, no one's jumpy right now.
Okay.
All right. So let's start with Greeks. What are you doing?
I'm gonna sneak onto one of the trucks and hijack another one, like send them off.
Yeah, you're gonna physically get on one and then from a distance, psychically whammy it.
Yeah.
All right. Spend the ISP and it's done, basically. As you get one of the trucks, two of the trucks start. Or you got on one of the trucks and you started a third one. Never mind. 3 trucks. Do you want to be on the empty, the half full, or the full?
The empty.
And which one do you want to start animating?
The full one.
Okay. So that one starts to move away, and the people at the dock start looking around quizzically like, hey, what's happening? This is beginning to make a ruckus as its horn starts blaring. Underground, give me a roll on your mining at 10%, kid.
Okie dokie.
Add 10% to your skill, or negative 10 from the dice.
How do I
So,
do that?
Roll a percentile.
Okay. Okie dokie. And my mining, right?
Yep.
Okay. Mining's not great, but a little something. 42 out of 45.
Well, you get a negative 10, meaning you got a 32 out of 55. Or 45.
Which is better, even.
Yes.
All right.
So you find your way through tunnels that were clearly marked, like, don't go further this way because you don't want to dig under the building.
I'm like, oh, we're going to go this way.
Yeah, and so you're like, oh, obviously we go this way. It looks unused down here as you make your way through. You traverse towards the spot where you had selected on the geological maps and have set and are there with the pup. Goes, would you like me to start placing explosives now?
Do I see any walls or structures that would be best to place in order to drive? The thing's right above us, right?
Yeah. You see there is a shaft that is clearly some kind of elevator that goes up into the basement of the factory from where you are.
So, Freya, you're there with me, right?
Yes.
Freya, do you think that we should go up into the basement, or do you think that we should try to blow it up from here? Because if we get up into the basement, we'll definitely be able to drop this thing because we're going to be right where the supports actually are. But it's a higher % chance that we're probably going to be seen.
I can. Do you want me to scout ahead or?
Well, actually, this dog's sneaky, right?
I am trained in all kinds of evasive actions. Chemical analysis of immediate air shows no human signatures up ahead. No other signatures on record as well.
No motion?
Motion detection active. No motion at moment, no.
So if you want, Freya, we can both get up there, and then I can just hang back because I'm not stealthy. And then if you want to go with the dog to place the explosives, and Kevin, you could probably tell me this better. Does it look like I would be able to drop the building from here, or does it look like I'd probably need to get up into that basement?
Getting up into the basement will help.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's make it count. I mean, we really only have one shot at this.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll go up there with you. I'll walk up, and you can. But I'll hang back just in case something goes wrong. But I'm not going to actually be in there because I'm too loud.
Okay.
All right. Greeks, give me a. Do you have drive truck or 88%. So roll a drive truck. Since you're psychically connected to it, it's an 88%, I believe.
Drive truck.
No, 36.
Amazing. All right, so you're making this thing basically like threaten to jackknife and then straighten itself. You're kind of doing donuts like donuts with a semi to an extent. It's making a huge mess. A number of other people have come out, and they're all pointing at each other. There are people. A couple of guards have come up and started shooting at it, but it's a tough truck that's made for, transporting long haul goods. It's not. It's going to take more than a couple of shots to incapacitate this truck. Yolanda gets through. Yeah, Yolanda makes it through into the inside of the building.
Nice.
Peppermint can clearly see that and Rohan's amazing hawk-like vision knows where to look for Yolanda. Kid, you were going to send Freya up ahead?
Yeah, and then I'll chill back in case, like, hey, what are you doing down here? Then I'll come running in to bash heads, but in the meantime, I think Freya's got a better chance of being sneaky and getting in there and planting
All right.
explosives.
Freya, roll a prowl.
A 31 under 55.
Excellent. All right, so you get up into the building. You looking for the kind of thing Kid told you to look for. And the bot also points them out. The bot is sneaky as hell. All right. Occasionally you hear like the little click of its toes on the metallic floors, but it is even for that a little quiet. Like it is built for this. So, it walks up, one of its sides opens and a little arm comes out holding the explosive. A little pincer arm. Puts it up there and then it takes its dog paw and just like molds it around the pillar. Were you going to wait for Yolanda to get out? Or was Yolanda gonna get out on the other side?
How were we able to communicate with her if she was out of the building on the other side?
Well, she'd be in control of that explosive on the other side, so.
Right.
You basically set a time, like, here's how long this is gonna take. You tuned your watches, or what is it?
Yeah.
Synchronized your watches.
Synchronized.
Yes. We
Watches.
synchronized our watches. Yeah.
You changed your wristband on your watches a million times in different shades and colors, because it's the 90s.
Yeah.
And someone mentioned swatches. Anyway. Okay. Everything's set and in place. And then, as always, no plan survives complete contact. The truck completely jackknifes. There's an immense shattering sound. And this is kind of like the signal for Yolanda to either get further in or get out. It's up to her, but, on the other side, she's in control of that explosive, so that's probably the plan. And that happens. Kid, roll a perception check.
Where is that? That's a D20, right?
Yes.
17 plus 4. That's pretty good.
That's really good. You can hear there's at least two people coming up this tunnel behind you.
The elevator shaft is right there.
Is ahead of you. Someone's coming from further back.
Oh, we all have communicators, right?
You're underground.
Yep.
I want to flip my helmet down because this is Freya's main way out. So this is the exit. I have to clear the exit. So I'm gonna flip my helmet down and turn around and light the hammer up.
You light the hammer up. Light runs down the hallway in front of you. The various colors, the not just red, the blues, the whites of the flames of your immensely hot hammer go down this rough stone hallway, parts of it's damp with condensation, parts of it dripping from above or whatever. And you can see about 200 feet down this tunnel, coming around a corner, is a medium-sized woman. She has black skin. Her hair is kind of pulled back into a big, fluffy, messy bun. As she comes around, you can see the left side of her face, where there is a jagged blue line, like a scar.
Can I see her?
You can see her.
Wenra?
She looks at you, her eyes alarmed.
It's okay.
Coming around the corner as well is a
Oh,
blue sword
Oh shit!
and a man in black armor. And that's where we're going to end for the night.
No.
just sheer terror in his eye. Oh, I'm dead. Oh no.
Well,
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Oh, fuck. Should I not have lit my hammer? I thought it was gonna be the paper mache boys. I thought it was gonna be the Sticky Bug Gentleman. Not the main band. Oh no. Okay. Fuck.
All right. Thank you for joining us, everybody.
I found him. I don't need the god after all. Yay!
The person you're looking for is right there. Isn't that great?
is that great?
That'll be 5,000 souls.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
All right. Thank you for joining us, everybody. I'm so glad you joined us. And yeah, things are moving.
Good thing I repaired my hammer, huh, gang?
Yep.
Good thing.
God. Oh shit.
Okay. So, thank you, everybody. We'll hope to see you next week. And let's start doing our outros. And let's start with Peppermint.
Everybody, I'm Nerdy Titty, and you can find me on Twitter at Nerdy Titty, as well as in the Nerds with Dice Discord. You can also find me here 3 times a week for this show, and I run Beyond the Void on Thursdays, and I run Millennium Nights Turbo Jungle on Friday nights. I also have an itch page with a few things there that you can check out, and that is everything for me.
All right. Thank you so much. Kid.
Hello, everybody. I am Evan Jennings. You can find me on Evan Jennings 64 on the Twitter, and Zombie Love Juice on Instagram. I have art and stuff on Art of Zombie Love Juice, and that's on Instagram and Twitter and stuff. And I run an evil D&D campaign. You can find it on YouTube on the Beyond EMH YouTube channel. But it is evil, so mind you, it's a lot of awful things happen in it, but it's also very funny. So yeah, if you want to check that out. And I think that's it.
All right. Thank you so much. And Freya.
Hi, I'm Michelle. You can find me on Twitter at Shell_game. Right now, I'm here, and every other Wednesday, I'm on Begardia, 6 p.m. Eastern. So this Wednesday, Tales of Maria. Yeah, when I get to other stuff, I'll say stuff on Twitter. So there we go.
All right. Awesome. Thank you. And Greeks.
Hi, I'm Ting. Find me on Twitter at TingTut. All my other links are there. I'm here on Tuesdays, and tomorrow is episode 2 of Ballad Bayan, Into the Dark. It's a really cool cyberpunk game with lots of Filipino folklore and myth incorporated in it.
Awesome.
So yeah,
And what
that's
channel is that on? I'm sorry.
that's the Asians Represent
Oh, that's right.
Twitch at 7 p.m. EST.
Sorry, I'm just writing that down so I remember to look it up tomorrow and watch it.
But yeah, session 0 and episode 1 are on YouTube already.
And that's a YouTube I need to follow. All right. So, thank you. My name is Kevin. You can find me at Bisonic Kevin on the Twitter occasionally. You can find me definitely on the Discord. And you can find my wife's amazing knitwear patterns at lattes and llamas.com. And so, thank you for joining us. And hopefully, we'll see you next week for what happens when Kid finishes his quest.
No.
Question mark?
Question mark.
Oh, no.
Big
we
question mark.
Characters ready. Oh no.
All
I
right.
know what's gonna happen is I'm gonna save the day. I'm
Sure.
gonna save the day, and I'm gonna save them. Everything's gonna be okay.
So Peppermint, do you so nerdy? You got a raid for us?
Yes, we are going to raid Weave the Tale tonight. So check them out, say hi, and we will see you next time.